Chapter 9. Who is the wisest person you've known? What have you learned from them? That's an easy question. You know, you know who is the wisest person I know? Me. Period. Me. When I worked for a major corporation, I made it pretty high up. And I was people of the same level as I was, went to Cornell, Yale. I went to night school. But what did I have that I didn't have? I had instincts. I had experiences maybe they didn't have. Whatever it was, and the fact that I had the guts to take risks, and those risks, when you take risks and they're successful, you blow the competition away. I remember a guy in the neighborhood, a guy Carlo. He comes over from Italy, can't even speak English, him and his wife. And what are they opening up in an Italian neighborhood that has 8 or 9 pizzerias? A pizzeria. What are you kidding me? Every one of them is good. Why you think you're gonna be successful? Well, his thing was if I work hard, and he did, anytime you went past that store, he was working, him and his wife. Make a long story short, several years after he came, he owned the building that he was making the pizza from. Was he wise? I don't know. Is that wise? Is it wise to open up a place, a business, with so much competition? Well, he did. I'm going to say that. He's wiser than me. I wouldn't have did it. But he did it. You know, sometimes we get too educated and we lose our instincts. Everything you could think to death. And when you think things to death, sometimes you let it go because you're too smart. Oh, the competition. We would get buried. Well, he didn't think about that. I don't know if that's considered wise, but hey, it's my book. I'll tell you what I think it is. And then there's the other thing. There's this guy that tried to get a telephone. He worked for he came over from Italy, can't speak English that well, can't read. And he wanted to be a janitor for the telephone company. So, when you want to be a janitor for the telephone, guess what? You got to take a test. They give you a test. It's going to be math, it's going to be some grammar. So you got to take a test. So there's no way he's going to pass that test, and he didn't get the job. So he had to get something for his family, so he started doing with his wheelbarrow, started doing menial work, and all of a sudden he got bigger and bigger and bigger. And he became a multi-millionaire. And they asked him, what is the story of your success? He says, I'm successful because I couldn't read or write. Because if I could, I'd be a janitor for the telephone company. So, was that wise? You know what? I'm not going to go crazy about what's wise, what's instincts, but wise to me is something that it's not, education is not all, it's not it. It doesn't come out of a book. It comes from the whole being, the feelings, the instincts. I think that makes somebody wise. If they take advantage of it, if they listen to it. Like they had the 3 wise men. Is that everything to do with it? Nah. So I don't know. To me, I asked my son, I said, Robert, who's the wisest person you know? He says, you, Dad. Boom. If he answered anything different, I would have been disappointed. But he felt, yeah. I don't know. It's a tough question. So why don't you answer it? That's how I answered it. So that's chapter 9. And let me tell you something. There's a lot of stuff that is in the book that I don't cover. I mean, I can't cover every sentence. I just give you the flavor. You know, you get the flavor, you put the chocolate on top, okay? So that's it. I'll see you at chapter 10.